Hello, and welcome. This is Julie with the Jewel Design, and we're here to craft and chat today. I need to work on some projects, and thought I would just jump in and share and chat and talk and show you what I'm up to and see what goes, see what we can get done. I have a number of projects, little ones that I've been wanting to work on, and haven't done a journal with me all month. You know, we've been busy working on digitals. So I thought I'd jump back in and remind you of these lovely kits that are great for Mother's Day and birthdays and whatnot, since Mother's Day is, what, 2 weeks away? 3 weeks? 3 weeks. Less than 3 weeks, like 2.5 weeks. Oh my god, I've lost track of time. But yeah, we're like 2.5 weeks away from Mother's Day, and these make adorable little gifts for something standalone, something to decorate and put in your mom's journal, if she has one or you're creating one for her. And these are the Scallop Window Pocket Notebooks. They come in purple, they come in blue, and they come in pink. Hold on one second. We got a door with an issue. Oh my goodness. You have one door open for some fresh air, and the other one doesn't want to close all the way. Anyway, so we discussed these, oh good lord, over a month ago. We brought them out mid-April. Wait, we are in April. Mid-March? Mid-March, I think these came out. And as we were doing, you know, the Touch of Romance and the Blue Victorian, you know, these all came from that concept, the pink one, which I showed you in my double journal spread. We worked on the purple ones a little bit to give you guys ideas. There was a journal with me. So you can do things like this where it is stuffed and the window is open, and you can, like here I have things sort of loose, and you can have both behind both behind and in front of. This little guy got glued down, and on the back it has a little tucked card that'll allow you to put a notebook, a greeting, a quote, a little like a little place to hide a secret, right? Favorite quote, favorite book page. You can make a notebook here, however you want to do this to give it away. So this is my first one. This was my sample piece when I was trying to figure out sizes and colors and how much more we wanted to pop color. So there was that idea. So then I went ahead and fixed the coloring for you guys, and we have this one. Now this one, I put purple vellum in the pocket, put all the goodies in it, but I put them more in the sense of horizontal, because this one I'm going to decorate the front for a purple journal, and I took the instantly backed cover for the notebook, or for like the greeting card part of it, and I left it open, and I made it a hinge to where I could now on my page glue this down to the page. I have my little notebook here. It's, you know, we have a pocket here. You open it up, and you have the notebook inside. Now, what I just realized, which I don't know why I didn't think about it at the time of, or I might have, and it just didn't occur to me, I should have just glued this 3 sides down to the backing, and I could have had a pocket right here for more goodies. Pocket on this side, open it up, pocket here. This is glued down, you have a pocket. So I guess instead I'm going to glue these 3 sides down and make this the pocket. Or as I mentioned before, you glue it this way and you have a pocket behind between the page and the thing. But that makes it a little more tough. So I think on this one, since I didn't make them here, which was a waste of space, I know better, I would probably glue the inner 3 sides to make this a pocket under my little notebook. Just to put one large journal card, something simple and flat in there. Nothing that has to be, you know, super ornate. But just to be able to tuck something else in there to make it really pretty on that page. So that was the other thing, is these pockets scalloped could be turned more vertical, still have stuff in them, and open them up. Now another thing is, if depending on your orientation, because there's no real direction to the flowers, you could do it really backwards. Yeah, I could do it like this way, where this is more of a tab of stuff sticking out of the journal. I mean, I love having tabs, but this page is too big. But on a journal, I could glue this down to where there's this tab of stuff sticking out, and it opened up into the journal also. But usually they're fun when they're flapped, and you put them on the right side, and you flap them out this way. So anyway, it all depends on how you ornate yourself with a journal. There is plenty of room and maneuvering, but this was a fun one that when I make my purple journal, I wanted something to be more inside with a little notebook so that I wasn't wasting the journal space. We'll make this a pocket and continue to go ahead. So I'm like, I want to put the lady and my little card and some flowers and really decorate the front of this once I'm ready to put it, you know, in my journal. So that was sort of, you know, another fun option. But today we're going to work on a blue one for a very special somebody. I'm hoping she doesn't watch my videos too much. We're going to put a blue one together. And theirs is a pink one. It's very much almost the exact same thing as what's in the Touch of Romance. The only difference is your instantly backed card, and these are a little brighter. These I have at 100%. I think I have them a little bit more faded in the journal kit. And so these are bright 100%, is, you know, good pop with all the same goodies in it. So if you have the kit, you have this already, go ahead and buy the blue one if you want to add it to this. I've had some ladies who went back and bought just the blue kit so that they had both the pink and the blue option to put in the Touch of Romance journal. The only difference with this is that you do get that instantly backed card, use it as a hinge, or to make it that back cover to the greeting card side. So that's really the only difference when it comes to the pink kit from one side to the next. But that sometimes is just enough, right? To add more pieces, to get more fussy cuts, whatever you need. Now, everything I've cut out had blue backing, and these are great for the hinges. These are great for tabs. These are great pieces to help sort of finish off what you're looking at. Now, I am making this one a notebook on top of the thing, and I have all these goodies, which have all shifted. So we have all these pieces that are going to get distressed and tucked in. But with this one, we did it to where I end up with a pocket on the top here. It's glued to the frame, but there's another clear sheet right behind it. So I made it as the way I cut it out. I ended up with this perfect pocket. Out of using some, what did we get? I got stickers from a customer, and she put them in a plastic baggie. So I cut out around it, glued it down to the frame to where I have both like 2 layers, and it's hard to see, I know, with the lights, but there's 2 layers here. So I can either stuff this, seal it, and make it more shakery, or leave it open and it's just something that sticks in and out. I think I'm going to stuff it and close it though this time. I want it to be sort of shakery, where you have this clear pocket with stuff inside it. It may or may not move around, and then I know it's nice and clean to put stuff behind it, and I end up not ripping the plastic. But I definitely want to put things like this on the front, and I really want to pop and move the florals. You know, I was hoping I had, that blue's a little bit, well, it does pull from the teal, so I could probably get away with that. I was debating on a blue butterfly on the front to do my 2-layered, you know. Of course, I have, well, I can pull both blues. I can go the dark blue and this one, but that might be a little not so. I was thinking about some bling. You know, she loves her bling. She loves her pearls, so we're going to do things like that. I don't know if I want to do gold or whether I want to do silver. It's really hard because my nature when I do blue is to do silver. But because of the distressing, I think the gold works too. So we're going to add all these pretty layers. Looking for all my flowers. I know I have a couple different variants. Like I have a green, I have the blue. The blue might be a little bright. It depends. If we pull all 3 of these together, I think it'll pull from all the different shades in here. And then I could just do the silver and the pearls and it'd be okay. I don't know about the butterfly yet. So that's what we're working on. Got some fussy cuts to deal with real quick. I've got some eggs. I'm not sure why that one got cut off weird. Some eggs that I might float in here, and I want to float, I'm thinking of floating, oh, pen is useless. I was thinking about floating this pretty sort of speckled in between, put the eggs behind it, and then the flower in the corner. And I think that'd make for a really pretty front, so you can sort of see through it, and then have all these cards tucked behind it. So there is that. So let's get started with that. I hope you're all doing well. Let's see, this week, I believe this comes out on my usual Thursday. And we are, what are we doing? We are, yeah, so this week you had a sneak peek at you actually had the peek at the Retro Seaside Journal Kit. The Retro and Vintage Seaside Journal. Oh my goodness. A little taste of summer, even though some of us are still dealing with snow and rain. It's been a very weird week. We've had a little bit of muggy weather. We've had wet weather. Sort of weird when it's going to rain and it's 67 to 70 degrees out. You're like, okay. Definitely spring. Definitely spring rain. We got through spring break. We've gotten through, you know, I don't know, a couple different things, I guess. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope the crafting has gone well, even though I have not been crafting with you guys. I hope you guys have been able to continue to craft with all the lovely kits that have gone out. I know there's been a lot. Smaller kits, so they're not super overwhelming, but there's still a lot of them. We did the... Oh, let me fix this one. Oops. This one's a little off the edge. It's supposed to be an ephemera card. You can, you know, decorate it up and make it a long card, but I also wanted the robin eggs out of it more for the bird that is tucked in. But I don't know if I want to use all of... I don't know if I use the pink part or not. Give me another color to put in there. Give me something to contrast. Yeah, no, we did the bunny spring collage kit. We did the spring watercolor floral kit. We did the collage pages to help enhance both of those. We put the ATC little journal card kit together. This one may just be something I use as a decor piece. Nothing gets wasted, right? Yeah, we've done we did the ATC journal card kit. I think we're just going to let these float. I'm going to distress them a little bit, but we're going to float them in there because I can't really tell where the egg does and doesn't start. It's a little hard. I didn't really make it as an ephemera, or like a fussy cut ephemera. So we'll just distress it up and make it work. Yeah, it's been one thing after another. With the Seaside Retro Kit, you got vacation words. Next week, we're looking at the potential of a envelope ephemera, I'm hoping, once I get some crafting out of my system here. Oh my god, I need some crafting out of my system. I really want to make stuff and it's all building up. I want to get back to, and we have an envelope kit. I just haven't decided to make it more vintagey or make it more floral. Right now I have it very floral, a bunch of my kits, and so it's my 3 different sizes and styles of envelopes that I put in my kits. And it's like picking up maybe elements that I didn't do in the actual journal kits, or a new combination of flowers. Just sort of reworking all of it. And right now it's like 12 pages and like 18 envelopes. So we don't know. I haven't decided. I haven't decided if it's gonna be... I don't know. I've got 2 different ideas in my head, and I don't know if I'm gonna make both of them and release them at different times. I don't know. We'll see. You sort of make something and you look at it and you're just like, I don't feel the finesse of it, you know? I don't feel like I hit the mark, and then I get an idea, but then I try that idea and it doesn't pan out. So, you know, sometimes you end up back where you started. Now him, I wanted to tuck in as an entity. I didn't want to really put him on the outside like I am. I put the hummingbird on the outside, my purple one, but I think he's too big to put here. Because I think, and then again, unless I run it there, like those fit. Hold on. I put that in the corner. I've got that. I just don't know whether to put the flowers off here, or the flowers off here, or both. I mean, I could go across the bottom or across the top. I have to decide. I mean, I know who I'm giving it to. I just don't know how elaborate to go with it. I don't even know if she has a blue... I know she's been trying to do a blue journal forever, and I don't think she's gotten to it yet. So it's definitely something for her when she decides she wants to do... You know, I think one blue journal is more winter, though, and one's, you know, more like this. So we'll see. Maybe it'll get her to make a blue journal to put it in there for herself. Oh, so, yeah, with Mother's Day, if this is Thursday, it's about a little over 2 weeks away. Jeez, the time is flying by. I cannot believe we're like... We have this week, and like most of next week is April, and then that's it. Like, we're into May already. I'm like, no, that's way too fast. I cannot believe we're getting into the 5th month of the year already. Especially when we're working sort of ahead of the game. You just, like, you finally catches up with you and you're like, oh, what? What do you... No. I'm not that far ahead or that far behind, or I don't know which way you want to say it. I'm a little behind on the Mother's Day stuff, but I'm not, you know. I did the Mother's Victorian Roses last year in lieu of, like, Mother's Day and birthdays in spring/summer, which is a really pretty kit. If you like reds and you like blues and purples, I do both warm and cool. And so that was sort of a nice kit. Good size kit, though. That's still up for grabs. So something to think about, I guess, if you have enough time to put a full journal together or add to a mother's journal. Some good pieces in there. I hope you guys are all doing well. I don't get to see a lot of your guys' work. I really wish I could find where you guys share stuff. Of course, a number of you I have invited over to the Crafters of a Jewel Design. So, you know, when you guys want and you're ready, I'd love to see what you have. Photos. I mean, the littlest thing may spark an idea and inspire, and whether it inspires me for a new kit, whether it inspires someone else to go, oh, well, of course, why not? Why didn't I think of that? Or just show off what you've got, because you never know who's going to fall in love with your work. I know you're all very talented. Very, very talented. Oh, alright. There we go. Gotta have her. I know the backs almost all have a little something on them. This one she actually doesn't. I don't know. Some of the girls don't, yeah. Some have blue in the background and some don't. But she's just more of something that gets tucked in along with the stuff. Okay. So, she. This is the one where there's so much going on. Like so many little pieces, but I'm going to see if I can cut out a little bit more white before I distress it, because it is sitting on top. Let's see. So what are you guys up to? Like, I mean, I have a feeling most of you are retired. There's a chunk of you that may have grandkids that are, you know, they're counting down the days before school's out. I know both of mine are. Well, I'm definitely counting down the days with my younger one because, you know, we homeschool, so I'm just like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to finish this off. We have California testing this upcoming week, and so that's never fun. And we still have to do the independent lessons. It's like, it's not just one or the other. So it's like, okay. But we're trying to get ahead because she's actually out like a whole week after my oldest. My oldest definitely started almost 2 weeks before her. So finals are like the 1st of June, by the 1st of June done. And my little one's like, yeah, no, I still have testing and like end of the year testing till like the 10th of June. And I'm like, no. Let's see what we can do about that. Being independent to a point and being homeschooled, I get some say in how that works. So we have to see if they don't have to be in class or on the screen with our teachers for those final tests. We're going to knock it out. We're going to make sure we're reviewing stuff before Memorial Day weekend, and then we may just tackle it and get it done with. So, but if you have grandkids, they're probably counting down the days, especially depending on around the United States. I don't know if everybody who started early. I know some schools started really early because they were trying to get a jump start from all the downtime, and so yeah, we're counting down that because that means the start of summer and fun trips. I hope to have some good moments with my, sorry guys, I know I'm cutting this out. I shouldn't have done that online. I should have had a little bit more prep work. I wasn't sure. I just wanted to craft and chat and talk and see what's going on. We're, you know, striving. Like I said, we're down to we're down to countdown really. My oldest has 6 more weeks. And then a couple days of finals wrapped around Memorial Day weekend, which is sort of weird. Like most, was it one day of finals before Memorial Day weekend, and then the other, 2 days when we get back, that Tuesday and Wednesday she gets finals, and I'm like, ugh, all right. And it's weird because it's like, what days do we want when? So we'll see. It may be like her math and her American Sign Language on that Friday, and then she has biology and then English, but then she has art and PE last. So like her last day of finals usually are really light and pretty easy, which is sort of nice. She doesn't have anything crazy in her finals for art or a project, so that's like turning it in, a quick few questions, and being done with it. Well, that came out nice. Okay, that's much better now that it's all cut up. It is the hard part when I created you guys some of these lovely digitals and there's just like so much white space, which I've learned. Trying to get better with you guys and trying to help you with like that easy cut coloring around it. So like this stuff in here isn't so white. I did that with the beach one. I'd put a pretty blue washy inky behind it, so when you cut it, it wasn't like stark and it could blend and you could do something with it. So all right, so we're debating about putting him on the outside. Now what I have to keep in mind with this one is that when we open it, we're going to flip it over and open it. So yeah, that side would be okay to put a little heavier on because it's not here at the fold. So you're flipping it over, you've got it here, and that's also where you hinge it. So you'd be writing up here. So we don't want to go too, I think we want to go heavier on this end. So if she does write on it, it's not something that she's writing towards the heavy, not through the heavy. And we don't take a chance of like messing up the writing because we have flowers on that corner. Which, if you're making it as a notebook, yeah, we have to keep that in mind on how puffy I want to go. I don't know. Let's see. Let me get the papers together. We're trying to get some prep work here so that when I go to decorate it, I'm not like squishing it trying to do the inside later. So let's do the inside really quick. I should probably cover up my ink so I do not dry that out. I know better. So we have a few more fussies. Now this one I figured to go both colors. Pick up the color of the distress and in the color that's in the background and pick up the blue. So I wanted to do both on this one. And I believe I'm sort of eyeballing this, which is not the best way to measure anything, but you know, what fun is that? Pencil, 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 pencil. There we go. Oh, all right, so let's see. So kids or no kids, it will not, if you have kids, how you doing? Grandkids, sometimes some of you see them a lot, who has travel plans coming up maybe. How's crafting going? How's everything going? I don't know. Everything seems so, I don't know what to talk about. We have a lot going on, I guess, at the kids' school and health ordeals, but those aren't fun to talk about, so we just know that we're fighting along and getting the treatment that we need, and I shouldn't say we, it's him, poor guy, but he needs, but we do have to make sure he's getting all the treatment he can get and that he's doing well and that things are in the up and up and the struggles and oh my gosh, anybody has to deal with, anybody ever deals with insurance for any company, health insurance or medical paperwork, hats off to those of you who help the rest of us who have to deal with this stuff. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not going to make these absolutely perfect because that is not a whole lot of fun. Now, I think I only put about 6 in the other one. I've got 4. I'm trying to debate too whether I want to put memories in it. I may put a greeting on the front and then she has a few pages to write in. Moments about her birthday, or they aren't perfect in any sense. So the last one I did, I stapled them together except for the top one, and then I glued the top one down to cover the staples. Because mine I put lace on the inside because the way it opened, I didn't have the hinge here. So we are going to, well, I don't know. I guess I could, I just hate to see the staples. I don't really want to see the staples, but I don't think I could put lace in here. I think it's going to get in the way. Like it's going to make it too bulky. As is, we are going to put the thing on this end to help tuck it in. So let's just glue. We're just going to do some quick glue down type thing. But yeah, I just took some eco-dyed paper that I got from one of the Etsy stores. And she had a pack of colors that came up. I don't know if I have her card or not. I'll have to look to see if her card is in the packaging. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know if there are cards in here. Sometimes I keep it all together and sometimes I don't. But it was a gorgeous set of colors. Wah! Knock all that down. Gorgeous set of bright colors. So that, because I have a bunch of spring journals that I have paperwork for. And, I'm looking to see if her card's anywhere around. I'll have to look it up. If I can find it pretty quickly on my Etsy store, I will link it down below. I don't think she has them all the time. She goes through spurts, but like we all do, we have to find the time to put together the moments to make the dyes and the dry, the teas and the dyes and the dry, soaking them and then of course, drying them all out and cutting them all up and packaging it all ready and deciding if it's all one color or multicolored but she put them back out. She put them up on for sale, so I was so stoked because I can't spend a whole lot of money because I don't make all this stuff all the time. If I made this stuff full time and didn't do digitals, then I could afford a little bit more supplies because I'd be going through them constantly. But I don't. So I can't quite spend a lot of money on supplies. I go through small spurts, hoping that I have projects in mind, so that way I'm at least putting it to good use right away. and then going from there. But there's times where I can't help myself. It's so pretty and I just want to hoard it. I just want to buy it. See, I'm getting tired of these. We got new ones for these guys. I'm afraid all my stuff's been outside. And so in the garage, and we've had hot and cold and hot, cold and hot and cold. So this thing, as you can see, just spews whatever it wants. And it's really low, which is funny. Oh, it's so tight I can't even get in there. It's really low at the bottom. There's not a lot left. Hold on, I need to find my stuff. I don't have a lot left in there, so I'm really shocked. I'm like, how could you possibly have any pressure when, like, but every time you tip it upside down, I guess, it just spews. And so whatever's nearby, I can probably do it this way. I can't get it. Nope. Well, that didn't help. I'm probably losing so much stuff. I need to just probably start a new one. I can't even open this. It's so stoked. It's so squishy in here. I can't even get it out. Oh, there we go. Maybe it stopped. I can't open it up. It's so bad. But we've gotten new covers for these, and I love putting the pins in it just because it's pretty and I have to stare at it all the time. But I don't know. Like, I'm wondering if, like, we got new ones that are a little harder. They're not as rubbery. They're a little bit more plastic, and so I'm hoping that's going to help. All right, so let's make sure I'm still on camera. I haven't completely done this out. All right, and if I don't get moving here, you guys are going to see nothing fun, and you're going to be like, oh, why am I watching that? All right, so like I did before, I went ahead on this one and simply made just like sort of a tab so that I had something to, tack this into. Keep it folded down so that it's not in the way. And that it had some little bit of, element to tuck away. I want the darker blue, I think. I'm going to cut that an edge either way, but it depends if I want it to blend in. Normally I like things like this to blend in a little bit more so that they are not super obvious. I like to have things sort of hide a little bit. So if I glue it up there to here, I do need an angle just enough so that I feel like it is, that's really tall, isn't it? So if I do it that way, going to have to trim it off, aren't I? Yeah, either way. It's a little tall, it's not quite even. I didn't want it to stick out. Let me see. Why am I struggling? Oh, maybe because I'm trying to make it too wide. I am trying to make it too wide, maybe. I'm like, I did it perfect the first time, totally by accident. But if I'm trying to cover this, yeah, I'm not making it top to bottom. I am just sort of doing it at a spot where it is something where I don't have it right at the line. Where's my pencil? I always try to line these up and I still end up with a weird line. I still end up with a weird cut, even if you try to use like that Gail's trick of flipping the corner around. Still have problems. I mean, I still have issues. See? Still have issues. But use it out, however you see fit that works. Make a tab, a little area to help maybe tuck it all in. But I think it makes for a cute little greeting card. Stuff pocket on the front, a greeting on. You open it up, you have a greeting in here. And if not, use these pieces for something else, or use this as an instantly backed. The back to the notepad. Put a notepad on the top of it. It has a pretty background. The notepad's on this piece. It's separate. And tuck it in. Tuck it in, vertically as a fully stuffed entity. I can cover this right. I'll show you. I think I can constantly have ideas for this thing. I think it's a continuous work in progress. I think it constantly evolves as you go. And so, with Instantly Backed, like this can be your backing to your notepad. So whatever side you like most is going to be the back part. This is going to be what the paper is on top of. And you could tuck it into your pocket. And then you have all these other things around it. Really stuff this pocket for something that you put in a journal or just give away. As a stuffed, scallop pocket. And window or no window, totally up to you. I just thought it'd be fun to flip it over and have a notebook on the back that you could put your favorite memories in when you give it to your mom. Things, all the ways I'm grateful for you, all the fun memories I have, all the reasons I love you. Fun stuff like that, right? Get crafty. Show your mom some love. which was my first and foremost thought. I thought it'd be great for Mother's Day. The Victorian, the pink, the purple, the blue, just depending what your, her favorite color is. Now there is more shadow, so as you can tell, I do have some new lighting that I'm working with. I like working it. I don't feel like everything is super washed out. All right, that's a problem now. See, I got the thing to stop gooing out, but now I can't get the goo out. I can't win. That's the thing, is I haven't been doing this a lot, so I've had a lot of time to sit. And so now, what happens is it shoves it in there, and then the goo comes out, and it re-stops itself. Stay. Behave yourself. I really should just open up my new bottle and get over it. Okay. So we're going to make this our little tab. No. It is a little tall, but I'm going to trim off the bottom just a little bit. I can even go past the point I need to line it up. And then distress it, and it's going to work. So I'm going to do some trimming, get it to work. But here you have it, where your papers stick in here, your cover will stay, so it won't go flapping around. Nice and easy, right? Let's trim and then re-glue, because I am pushing it. I'm going to trim off the bottom. I wasn't sure about how that was going to pan out, which is fine. You line it up, you make it pretty, and you totally, work it to your advantage. Alright, so I want to make sure that part was done so that I didn't have to worry, and I feel like there should still be something in here. I feel like it needs a border. But I don't want to put just blue on there. I want like something like of that nature, like something pretty here. So I'm going to have to find something. I'm going to have to find a piece of blue paper that I have in one of my distresses. I don't want to just put more blue distress on blue distress. Blech, that's no fun. That's no fun. So we'll have to decorate that. Find some, unless I do find a flat lace, I may have put some flat lace on that just so that it doesn't seem so blah. Okay, so now that I've got that done, I know what I'm doing. We're going to work on turning this more into a little bit more of a shaker and a little less of just a, piece of whatever. Just a piece of plastic. I'll forget my arm, because I have such great measuring skills. Well, no one wants to go get all that out. Just want to cut it, glue it in place, and have a good day with it. That's the whole point, right? We're using bits and pieces of things. We're laying it together. We're just doing something. But I wanted to share the process just a little bit with you guys. Stick it in here. I think I'm going to put the oh, there we go. I keep forgetting I did a good job. I did glue it. I keep forgetting that I did, there is a second piece of that plastic there. Keep trying to grab both pieces. Come on. I may have to cut that smaller. Duh. I'm so used to going past the point of no return. There we go. Because I can sort of, if I had to, put a little bit of glue in there to keep it from moving around. But I think once it's sealed, it's not going to go anywhere. It's bumpy, so it definitely has texture, but so it's sort of like giving me fits. But I thought it'd be sort of fun if I can get it to fit. Where's my... a lot of work. I need things to work. Let's see. But you could put any kind of tool in here. That was my sort of my other thought. Ooh, that came unglued. That's why. I'm like, what happened here? I'm like, what is going on? I got too excited and it actually popped out something. Interesting. There we go. I'll have to get it all glued back in here. You could put a flat pair of, like, I have glittery tulle, which would be pretty in here. I sort of thought the speckled eggs, and that was my thought to why I picked this one, even though I usually use it for my snow stuff, actually. I use it for my snowy stuff, but it gives texture and it gives it bumpiness, which is sort of fun. So let's do that, and I'm going to trim the top, and then we're definitely going to have to glue all this down, because it is not going to work. So you have to let me know if there's too much shadow. If you like the coloring, but if there's too much shadow, I want to pull this out. Me and my bright ideas. Okay, hold on. I actually need to trim it. I had it down low down here, and now I know why, and I'm going to utilize the fact that I did cut it a little short at one point. So we're going to run with that. Let's go that way. Try to square it off just a little bit. So maybe that it's not so hard to work with. All right. Yeah, normally I use this in my, this is more blue and snowflakey, or snowflake, like snow stuff. Now it's too short, but that's all right. What is up with this corner? I sort of untucked something and didn't realize it. I'm like, okay. But I thought the blue speckled eggs, like for robin eggs and stuff, I thought that was sort of fun. So then I'm debating on whether putting the eggs behind the speckle. Where'd the other one go? Or one in front and two behind. I'll put the pink one. Maybe I'll put the pink one on the top. Eek, where'd it go? I went too far back. I'm like, I went too far back. Here, let's try this. We're gonna put these guys here in the front. No, other way around. I don't know. Too many choices, too many ideas. Let's go that way and that way. And put you on top. I'm sorry, I keep coming off camera, aren't I? And, you know, hopefully, if I do this right, the eggs can move around, but the tool, I keep popping out of whack, will not. Like, it will stay put. So once I get this going, I'm hoping this is not going to be an issue. I can't believe it didn't stay. There we go. See, yeah, I'm going to have to reglue right there, which is fine. I will figure that out here in a second, and then get everything tucked in there. I like the idea that the eggs could move around. We just want to make sure we don't glue the eggs down by accident. That I don't want to do. When I close it up, I don't want to glue down the eggs by accident into any of the ordeals. So I do that. All right, so let's try for a smidge of glue right here. That seems to be my issue right here. And normally I would not use the glitter glue, I just realized, but because it does smear. But I think where it is, it's okay. Help keep it closed. I noticed that with the clear stuff, the fabric tack works a lot better. It takes a moment longer to dry, but it doesn't smear into your workspace or into your visual window. And that's where I'm like, no, I don't want glue where I can see it. So that's my thought right now. Okay. I think that's it. I don't think I want to put anything else in there. I think everything else is not going on top. We're going to put this guy on top. We're going to put, I think we're going to put him on top. What hides the fact that I'm a little off center with my cutting. Plus, because the hinge is over here on this side, I can let this stick out a little bit, and it's not going to get bent up in the process. So there's that. I lost an egg. Where'd it go? Oh, it fell right out. Oh yeah, so I definitely need to close that up so that we don't lose them. Oh, see? Yeah, okay. Time to close it up. I'm like, no, it keeps getting in the way and it keeps moving around. It's not supposed to. I think that one's that dull, is it? Oh, it is. Okay. Let's get you closed up because you are moving around way too much and I need it to stay put. And I can go a little off to one side here because I ended up cutting it short because we're gonna put him up here, so you're not gonna see that side. Not at all. Oh my goodness, hopefully this is giving you guys ideas or thoughts or excitement or something. You probably do these shakers and all kinds of fun things way more often than I do. And you're like, oh darling, there's just such an easier way to do this. But I was working and, crafting, and I wanted to share whatever I was up to with you guys. And because I haven't done much of that this month. We did quite a bit in March and even a decent amount in April with the new stuff. But wanted to, so this is where we have to be careful. I don't want to glue it accidentally to the back. But I need through the tool and through the plastic, seal up the pocket. And that might be the tricky part. It looks like I have nope, not quite. I got some of it, but not all of it. And this is definitely thicker, so it's a little harder when you don't have that tiny, skinny silver heading. I'm doing this upside down because I'm trying to see where I'm at without getting too far low or too high. Let's see if we can do this. Now, at least this one's super clear. It won't give, I don't think it'll leave the glitter glue has tendency leaving a little bit of a a cloudy smudge on something that's clear, I noticed. So, you know, it's like your glasses, right? You get a little smudge through it. So I believe the tacky, even if it does overlap a little bit, if I don't smear it, and try to wipe it off, it dries clear. So we're going to give that a moment. Okay, we're going to hope that works. I'm hoping that works. And not glue it to anything else. And not glue it to anything else. Oh, goodness. I don't know. Hopefully your spring, if you had spring break, if you had a vacation week, you had a good time. I'm hoping the crafting has been a lovely thing, and I totally did not cut that right. I'm like, we'll have to trim that to make those better pieces. Ugh, I try not to waste paper, but. Okay, so while we're waiting, let's see. Making sure it's gluing down. Let's start thinking about how we want to lay out our front. The nice part is I can put like the darker color over here. Really sort of try to break up some of that coloring so it's not too light, too dark. You get a little bit of both through all of it, top and bottom, right? And then you have her, which I love putting her up against the book because she's nice and light. We'll get this one trimmed out, and we'll see if I may just tuck her behind or off to the side here, maybe tuck the roses behind her. And then this one is huge, and I have to cut it out, and it will probably go between some stuff so it pokes out. So you see a little bit of dark, you see the light flowers, you know, light and dark all the way through as a nice cluster. And then we put the flowers here on top, clustering, oh no, I lost a flower. Clustering the flowers. I'm debating on whether to like go over there. I want to sort of pop the flat paper flowers into something a little bit more 3D. And I love these. I barely could find anything. I went shopping right after my birthday to Michael's, and I could barely find in our Michael's these flowers. Oh my gosh, I almost missed them. They were over by the planner stuff, surprisingly. In our department, it was in the Happy Planner, like along the sort of Happy Planner section. And it was this tiny little section of them. And I was like, I'm lucky I found the colors that I wanted for all my spring kits. Like I had a huge Wildflower Botanical journal I want to do. And I had, you know, at the time it was a mega kit. And so I really want to make a gorgeous journal out of that. But I needed flowers. I needed oomph. I needed layers. And I almost didn't find anything. I was really scared. I was like, oh no. So I'm liking that, I think, I don't know, dark, medium to light, up the flowers. You got the, you know, that here. He needs something with him. I just don't know whether it's just going to be pearls, layers of pearls and dangles like you would do with washi. I feel like I could almost layer the gold over here. This is what's going to take me forever, so I probably won't be able to show this guys to you online. I'll have to show you after I give it away. That's the other thing. I don't want to see her to see the final. But yeah, I don't know. This is where we're up to. But this is how simple it can be. Is simply stuffing your favorite pieces on the inside. You know, pocket, whether you make it a window or not. You could totally collage up the front of this, not make it a window. It's a nice white box. There's no writing in it. So you could distress that box, layer up the ephemera that you want, and then stuff the big pieces on the inside of the pocket. And then on the back, you know, like I said, you can take that backing for the notebook cover. You could make it the backing to the notebook. You could, say, I really want to end up puffing this corner. And I know he's here, but I don't know if I'm going to put anything on him. It's so weird. I want to do that in a layer of pearls with the gold. That's 4, but see, it's so funny. These are so little. Do a layer of 3 next to it. I know it's a layer of, or do a layer of 5 or 7. And we try to keep it even, and I don't have an even number there, do I? I mean, I have an even number, not an odd number. So maybe this little guy gets plopped down somewhere, like he's just a decor within the flowers or something. Sometimes I just like doing a single little piece, like in the middle of a flower or something. Looks like the middle, which that'll work. These were sort of fun. These were Dollar Tree back in the holiday season. And so I found both gold and, sorry guys, I'll be back in a second. Found gold and silver, because I do silver for the holidays. I did do gold because of the vintage kit, or vintage kit, and gold of course for like Valentine's and stuff. But I hate when I get this and then I'm gonna have to go back and redo it. I'm like, oh my gosh. You get it perfectly lined up and then you're like, oh, now I gotta pull it apart and glue it. Oh, help me. Alright, what if we do 5 over here? Because it's so that way it's longer than the 3 of the other ones because they're so big. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the 5th one. I'm like, where's my 5? Problems today with my fingers. Jeez. Well, I haven't done any crafts in months. It feels like months. I did all the Valentine stuff. I did the tiny mini journals. And then I really haven't, I created this stuff. I did a quick run with you guys. Like I did that quick, like samples to show you ways to use it. But I haven't really done a full thing. And we're really excited. We're hoping to, I just realized I pulled these off and I don't have anywhere from this stick. Because I don't have, alright, let's glue. I just realized I need to glue down that, these have sticky on them. But I gotta glue this down first, so I know where to put it. Thank gosh, I am somewhat ambidextrous. I know one of my subbies noticed that the other day. I guess I was cutting with both left and right. I use scissors with my right hand, but I'll take a precision cutter and I will use, you know, my left hand as if it's a pen and do it that way. And so I am left-handed, so there are moments where some things are done both ways, one hand or the other, or both hands. And I really didn't need to put glue all the way around. I don't know if it'll stick to the clear or not. As long as I don't move it around, it should be fine. Okay. Where do we want to put this? I think we're going to start in this corner and work our way around to what we want to do. And that just sort of works. Sometimes you just let it fall wherever, and then you go back to it. That's what I don't want to do. Alright, let's try this again. I think I haven't had much to eat today. And so I'm a little shakier than I should be. But time management. Oh my gosh, it was time to eat. Gosh, as a parent, you don't always have time to eat. Now I get it. Wish it meant I, you know, lost the weight to go with that, but that's alright. Oh, messy, messy, messy. Okay. So I've got my little layer of bling right there right now. Let's get these guys involved. I want them a little bit on the paper, but a little bit on the plastic. We're going to extending it out. And these are definitely more great for the front cover and stuff. So this would not be really easy to put in a book because it would stick out. It probably gets squished. I am making it more of a just something to put on our desk type of deal, or in our room, on our dresser or something. But let's flatten it out a little bit. See what happens. Yeah, it's not a very flat element. So it's something where this one fits good when you have other bulky things, and then it sort of sits inside those bulky things. It probably fits just right, or fits nicely. But that's okay. I didn't really think about it being in a journal. I thought it'd be more of something she just had and owned. She's made me many things that just sit on my dresser that I love, or on my desk, or whatever. Oops. Let's get him a little spot glued on. I like the idea of it in the flower, to pull it across the front there. So here we go. If everything stayed put, of course not. Of course, now that I have it all glued down, nothing moves. And they're all behind each other. Oh, that's sort of a bummer. Oh my goodness. Well, that's sort of a bummer now. Here's all excited, hoping that they move around a little bit. But now that they're... Man. They're in behind things. I know they're not glued down. But yep, nope. Okay, so we know that when you put in sort of that stickled whatever, they don't move. They're not glued down. I guess bummer. Well, you learn something new, don't you? They couldn't stay in there, but the moment I glued it down, They're right behind each other. And this one you won't see at all because he's in the other corner. Well, that's a slightly epic fail. Oh, well, that's an epic fail. Okay, we'll see then. Okay, wait, maybe. All right, getting a little bit there. Okay. At least this way, if they're gonna sit anywhere, let's at least have them clustered together. Oh my goodness. I know she's not gonna beat up on it. I know she's not gonna like throw it around. So I knew it's not, once I get it in here, I guess it's not gonna go anywhere, but oh my goodness. Talk about an almost epic fail. Almost. Not quite, I guess. Not a complete fail yet. Ay, ay, ay. There we go. You don't know till you try, and then you go, that's not quite what I had in mind. Do we want a little lace or something on the bottom of this one? I feel like there should be a little something coming out. I'm going to channel Lorette here a little bit, and our need for stuff. And I have a little bit, because I don't have too much longer. I do want to get off with you guys. But I think I even have a piece started here. We're going to do a little bit of a scallop. We're going to keep it sort of cream so that we keep to that vintage distressed feel. We're pulling up the distress, we're pulling up the gold. So my thought is to do a little something behind him, or her, so that it is not just floating. Maybe. I wonder if we like the roundness better, like it rounds off a little bit more than that straight. So I go to the edges of things. I like to tip things. I love tipping things in weird directions so that we see a little bit of the roundness, but it doesn't just end. Like it doesn't end weird. Like at least when I cut it off, it will have some, I don't know. I don't say personality, because of course it has personality, but or it is straight. We have more of a scallop on the bottom underneath him, right? And it is more of a scallop, and it is a little messy right there. Let's do it. Oh, that's the way I want it. Okay. That might work better. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me in this very odd journal with me today. It's definitely a craft and chat. I really hope things are going well for everyone. I thank you for all my new subscribers. As you joined in February at Gail's request, that I have piqued enough interest and that you will continue to check in and see what I'm up to, both digitally and physically. We'll see how May goes, how much of an actual physical presence I'll have. It may be boom, 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 and a lot of digital reveals, since that is the first of my nature's first, first and foremost is the digitals, and then I get to come in and help and play and enjoy the physical sense of it. As I make these digitals, I get inspired like everyone else, and I go, ooh, wouldn't that be fun? Let's make that. And I can't help it. Plus, I have all the printouts. I have all these things that are sitting. I need to make one of Mom's fun, Lorette's one of her fun folio holders, organizers for all her digitals. I have all the supplies. And I'm in a spot where I need to do the same thing. I have so many digitals right now that I have not given away or, whatnot, that I need to put aside and have it way more organized than it is. And something pretty while I'm at it. So thank you so much for joining and subscribing, liking, loving, commenting. It means the world when you guys chime in and let me know how things are going. And, what you've done, what you've purchased, what you like, what you don't, what you like to see. It does mean a lot to me when I get that kind of feedback, so that I know, if I am where I need to be. And hopefully I give you guys just enough of some wonderful ideas on this end when I do a craft and chat that you go, oh, well, I didn't think about that, as I make a mess. And thank you for sharing, or I hope you like it, or it inspires. Because that's all we all hope to do, is to inspire and educate, or I don't say educate because I'm not educating, definitely, but I don't know, just that we inspire digitally, we inspire physically, that we make you laugh, we make you cry, we bring you joy in what we're doing, and that you, like I said, get ideas from it, You get inspiration from it. And then it just makes your day. You're like, oh, it's super pretty, or it's super cute, or the birdie, he's so freaking cute. That and those bunnies I made, I'm just like, oh my gosh, some of the bunnies I used, I'm just like, they're just too cute. They make it, how can you not be happy looking at them? So, thank you guys so much for joining me in this very odd journal with me today. Journal with me as we attempt some new things, play with a lovely kit, some great ideas. I hope that the stuffed pocket is something that intrigues you and makes you want to go out and purchase it. And if you have purchased it, hopefully it inspires you to get going and create some stuff. Like I said, they're great birthday cards, they're great Mother's Day. They have plenty of potential. A lot of fun things to go in journals, standalone and everywhere in between. And I appreciate you all for coming and joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day and a lovely weekend as we're finishing off. I think this is the last weekend of April coming up. After that, I think next weekend is actually May. So, oh my gosh, right? So thank you again for watching me. This is Jolene with A Jewel Design, and I hope to see you guys soon. There might be one more journal with me next week. Otherwise, we'll start May with a fresh set of digital reveals. So thank you so much for joining me, and have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon.